Lori Meyer just said, oh, good. So if you or your dad are beer lovers, you are in luck because the beer gardens are back in Milwaukee. They were an old Milwaukee tradition prior to Prohibition, a place where people could enjoy nature, good friends, and great beer. The really good news, drinking a beer may be good for you.
Yeah, so we're here with registered dietitian Lori Meyer, and she's here to talk to us about the do's and don'ts of the drinking beer and how healthy they can be.
And mostly do's.
Good.
Which is really good for Father's Day. You know, beer really actually can have as many health benefits as red wine.
Wow.
A lot of people always think of red wine, but alcohol in general, it's the alcohol content that usually offers those health benefits. And there's quite a few studies that have been showing some really great things. We put together a graphic just to show you some of the research. They're finding an increased bone density, and this has to do with a lot of the silicon content of beer. We also are seeing a reduction in type 2 diabetes. Alcohol in general will make the insulin more sensitive. The minerals in beer actually help to lower blood pressure, but it's dose related. You know, more than 1 or 2 and you're not going to get a lower blood pressure.
Good.
We're also seeing a reduction in heart disease. Again, that has to do with the alcohol, reduced gallstones and kidney stones, and also beer helps to stimulate gastric acid, gastric juices, and so it can be a digestive.
So what kind of beer? Because obviously there's a whole range. You've got the pale ales and the darker beer. Right.
Well, you know, and it has a lot to do, first of all, it's the alcohol that has the most benefit. And so if you are on a non-alcohol regimen of beer, I'm sorry, but if you are, you're probably not going to get as many health benefits. Also, if you're on the gluten-free beers, the wheat and barley beers tend to have higher vitamin, mineral, and antioxidants. Those are still going to offer some benefit, but it's, you know, you look at the pale ale, the pale ales, and a lot of the ales are going to have the higher silicon, so if you really want bone density, that would be what you want to drink. The darker the beer, the more the antioxidant and minerals in that beer, so if you're really looking for minerals and antioxidants, you know, heart disease in the family, that might be a good one. And then a lot of these local microbrews, they're really rich in hops and a lot more polyphenols, so in general, they're going to boost the immune system, and so, you know, those would be good. The caveat, though, is 1 to 2 a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
More than that, you negate all the benefits, which I found very interesting in the research. And when it comes to food, there are certain pairings. And, you know, there's a reason why they serve salt with beer, because salt actually is going to enhance the bitter flavor of the beer, actually make it taste better. Chocolate also, the bittersweet of chocolate enhances the flavor. I forgot my cheese, but cheese and beer really go well together because they mimic each other. And then because it's a digestive, this would be the time, have a beer with your hamburger or your red meat because it's really going to help you digest that.
I heard something about beer and brats pretty good too.
Beer and brats are great, and especially if you cook it in it, right?
He heard. He doesn't drink, ever.
Called me out again. Got a question for our experts? Email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail, that number right there on your screen.